Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. It's the kind of news that shakes the very foundation of the NBA, and yet somehow whispers and speculations have been circling for weeks, creeping into social media feeds, locker room chatter, and analyst panels alike. Today, the whispers solidified into an undeniable reality. Stephen Curry has officially announced his departure from the Golden State Warriors. The news, though shocking to fans, doesn't emerge in a vacuum, as the basketball world has been teetering on the edge of such a seismic shift for months. Curry, the face of the Warriors dynasty, the man who redefined the game with his three-point shooting and unparalleled court vision, will now step away from the franchise that has been synonymous with his career. This isn't just a player leaving a team. This is a cultural and strategic pivot that will ripple across the league, altering not just team dynamics, but the very calculus of championship probabilities. Rumors had suggested that behind-the-scenes disagreements, long-term contract considerations, and Curry's own vision for the next chapter of his career were converging into a decision that many hoped would never materialize. As the press conference unfolded, the gravity of his statement resonated not just with journalists, but with the millions of fans who had grown up witnessing the evolution of the Warriors under his leadership. The timing, the tone, and the way Curry articulated his departure sparked intense speculation about the potential destinations he might consider next, fueling the rumor mills across every NBA forum, social media platform, and sports network. There's an almost cinematic quality to watching a legend close a chapter, and Curry's announcement has set the stage for a summer of intrigue, negotiation, and anticipation unlike anything the league has seen in decades. The departure of a player of Curry's magnitude inevitably triggers a whirlwind of speculation about the immediate and long-term impacts on the Golden State Warriors. Analysts are already dissecting the implications on the team's offensive schemes, defensive strategies, and overall marketability. Curry's leadership wasn't merely tactical. It was emotional, psychological, and symbolic. He carried the weight of expectations and the dreams of a franchise striving to maintain relevance in a league that continuously evolves, with younger, faster, and more versatile players emerging every season. The void left by his exit is enormous, not just in terms of points per game or assists, but in cultural influence, mentorship to younger players, and a magnetic aura that draws fans into the arena. Teams across the NBA are now recalculating their strategies, sensing opportunity and disruption simultaneously, as one of the most influential players of his generation is suddenly available to shift the competitive balance. Rumors are already swirling about potential suitors, from teams desperate for a marquee star to those looking to reinvent their roster with a blend of experience and championship pedigree. Yet, even as speculation intensifies, there's an undeniable narrative arc unfolding, one that speaks to Curry's careful management of his public image, his commitment to a thoughtful transition, and the subtle yet powerful messages embedded in his statements. The intrigue lies not only in who will land Curry next, but also in how the Warriors will respond strategically and emotionally, reshaping their identity in a post-Curry era. Every tweet, insider leak, and cryptic analyst commentary now fuels a broader story. The transformation of a dynasty, the recalibration of a league, and the delicate dance between legend and legacy that defines Stephen Curry's departure. The ripples extend far beyond the Bay Area, touching every corner of the basketball world. Curry's departure isn't simply a transactional matter. It's the narrative catalyst for an entire ecosystem of rumors, fan debates, and media frenzy. Speculation ranges from coast to coast, with every potential landing spot analyzed in painstaking detail by commentators who thrive on the dramatic tension of uncertainty. Some whisper about the allure of East Coast teams eager to blend Curry's sharpshooting with existing stars, while others suggest that West Coast franchises may attempt bold, high-risk maneuvers to keep him within proximity of familiar territory. Every rumor carries weight, because Curry is not only a player, but an institution whose presence influences ticket sales, merchandise, sponsorships, and broadcast ratings. The conversation around his future extends beyond statistics, encapsulating intangibles like leadership, mentorship, and global brand resonance. Social media users have exploded with theories, from sophisticated breakdowns of salary cap scenarios to wild guesses about personal motivations, family considerations, and potential retirement timelines. Analysts debate whether his next move will be purely competitive, financially strategic, or something entirely personal, adding layers of intrigue to an already combustible mix. Every insider leak, whether from front office staff, agents, or former teammates, fuels a narrative web that seems to grow exponentially with each passing hour. Even casual fans, who may not follow the intricacies of the NBA, are drawn into the drama, because Curry's career has always represented something bigger than basketball, a story of dedication, transformation, and a legacy that transcends the hardwood. The speculation surrounding his departure is less about certainty and more about anticipation, about imagining a world in which one of the most influential figures in modern sports suddenly becomes untethered from the team that defined his career. In every forum, podcast, and televised panel, the rumor has become a spectacle, a shared experience that transcends sports commentary and becomes a cultural conversation in its own right. While some fans react with disbelief and sadness, others have embraced the uncertainty, reveling in the dramatic possibilities that Curry's departure introduces. Every potential trade, free agency maneuver, and whispered negotiation becomes fodder for heated debate, as analysts predict the domino effects across multiple teams. The speculation also highlights the delicate balance between personal ambition and team loyalty, a theme that has long surrounded superstar athletes. Curry's decision underscores the tension between legacy and future opportunity, provoking discussions that extend beyond basketball into the broader narrative of sportsmanship and career trajectory. Meanwhile, the Warriors' management faces unprecedented scrutiny, with every move interpreted as either a masterstroke of foresight or a miscalculation of monumental proportions. Rumors suggest that internal discussions about draft strategy, potential trades, and salary cap adjustments have intensified as the organization scrambles to anticipate the post-Curry landscape. Commentators dissect every subtle cue from press conferences, social media interactions, and even lifestyle patterns, attempting to predict not only where Curry might land, but how the league's hierarchy might shift in response. The suspense has become a magnet for audiences worldwide, creating an ecosystem where speculation feeds speculation and every narrative thread is amplified across multiple platforms. Fans are already engaging in imagined scenarios, debating hypothetical lineups, and projecting championship prospects for the coming seasons. Curry's departure has transformed from a single event into a multidimensional story that touches player psychology, team identity, market dynamics, and fan engagement, illustrating the interconnected complexity of modern professional sports. The rumors continue to swirl, each more tantalizing than the last, as the basketball world collectively holds its breath, waiting to see which direction the legend will take. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. As the dust begins to settle on Curry's announcement, attention naturally shifts to the logistics of his departure and the intricate web of potential moves that could follow. The NBA, ever attuned to the media frenzy, has already seen an uptick in coverage, with analysts creating scenarios ranging from immediate blockbuster trades to more nuanced, strategic approaches that balance talent, salary, and team chemistry. Rumors indicate that Curry's own team of advisors is meticulously weighing options, emphasizing destinations that align with his playing style, personal priorities, and legacy considerations. Each speculation is analyzed with painstaking care, from the potential fit with existing rosters to the strategic implications for conference rivalries, playoff trajectories, and even global brand visibility. Fans engage in intense, almost ritualistic discussion, with social media serving as both rumor mill and real-time feedback mechanism, amplifying every hint and clue. Even casual observers are swept up, drawn into a narrative that blends athletic excellence, business strategy, and cultural influence into a single, compelling storyline. Curry's announcement has therefore become more than a mere transaction. It is a masterclass in narrative power, where anticipation, uncertainty, and speculation collide to create a spectacle that transcends traditional sports reporting. The ripple effects touch every corner of the NBA, from player negotiations to merchandising strategies, media rights discussions, and fan engagement metrics, illustrating the broad and profound impact of a single superstar's decision to depart. Analysts and insiders agree. This is a moment that will define the narrative arc of the league for years to come, and the rumor ecosystem is just beginning to accelerate, with every theory and hint adding new layers to an already complex and enthralling story. The basketball world watches with bated breath, knowing that the consequences of Curry's exit will resonate far beyond a single season or franchise. Even as the initial shockwave reverberates across arenas, media outlets, and online communities, the human element remains central to understanding Curry's departure. Behind the headlines and statistical analyses lies a career marked by perseverance, innovation, and a relentless commitment to excellence. Observers point out that Curry's impact is measured not just in championships or points scored, but in the inspiration he provides to a generation of players who grew up mimicking his shooting form, studying his decision-making, and internalizing his approach to preparation. Rumors about potential destinations, contract negotiations, and strategic considerations only scratch the surface of the broader narrative, the evolution of a player into an icon who reshapes the sport itself. Every report, whether from a trusted insider or speculative commentator, adds texture to the story, painting a vivid portrait of a figure whose influence extends beyond the court, into culture, fashion, philanthropy, and global branding. Fans debate not only where Curry might land, but how his departure will alter the identity of the Warriors, the competitive landscape of the NBA, and the very way basketball is played at the highest level. The rumor machine thrives on this interplay between certainty and ambiguity, between the tangible metrics of performance and the intangible forces of influence and legacy. As Curry steps away from the team that became synonymous with his name, he leaves behind a vacuum that is both challenging and tantalizing for those seeking to predict the future. Analysts, fans, and insiders alike continue to speculate, knowing that every move, every hint, and every statement is now a potential catalyst for a story that will unfold over months, shaping conversations, strategies, and dreams across the basketball world. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.